I know people will be mad at me for saying that, but I have to stand up for my gender.
I thought it was so good. It's not even about your gender. Don't even bring yourself into it.
This is about you, Ken.
Yeah. It's called Barbie. It's called the Barbie movie. It has nothing to do with you.
It's the sped-up version too.
Yeah, was it supposed to be funny? Because it's awful.
No, I don't think it's supposed to be funny.
No, it's not supposed to be funny. He made it like they told him he was gonna sing and he was gonna take singing lessons, but then he was like, Conrad doesn't sing, the character doesn't, so he didn't want to be good at singing.
That's a crazy acting choice.
I know. He was just like, let me feel awful. Like
he's probably like, I don't want to put in the work.
I mean, to be fair, it was also his mother's funeral. Like, he's really emotional, but...
And he was like crying and stuff.
Yeah, then someone should have told him, yeah, you shouldn't sing.
Have you heard like videos of Lola Tongue singing?
Lola Tongue?
Yeah, she plays Belly.
She plays Belly.
Oh, no, I haven't.
They should have just had her sing.
Her last name is Tongue? Like the organ?
It's T-U-N-G.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, y'all, we poddin'.
What's up, ladies and gamers? Welcome to an episode of the Have Fun podcast. What did you guys want to talk about today? Barbie? Did you guys see Barbie?
You're supposed to introduce us.
What's up, ladies and gamers? Welcome back to the Have Fun podcast. You're here with two women who I respect. Number one of them is Delaney. Delaney, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Delaney.
Number one.
And number one, equally as important, but a guest.
Autumn Night.
Oh, full name.
Was that mad respectful?
Autumn Rose Night.
Yeah.
Is that mad respectful, that intro that I gave you guys?
Max is really working on respecting women.
I just saw
That's
the
his thing
Barbie
for this
movie.
month.
And he's really reflecting on it.
I finally understand what women go through as a gender.
I feel like you aren't taking that seriously, and it...
All right, let me take it again.
Shut up, Max. Shut up.
Let me take it again. I finally understand what...
Shut up. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Well, one time we went to Cedar Point, me and Autumn, on accident.
You mean on accident?
Well, we were going on purpose, but we were supposed to go with other people, and on accident, everyone dropped out at the last minute.
Except for you two.
Except for us. So we just went to Cedar Point, the two of us.
Okay. Yeah.
And on
Where
the
was
way
my
back,
invite?
I'm sure you were invited.
I'm sure. We put it in the group chat. No one responded.
We were begging. We were literally begging for people to go, and no one would.
That's so funny.
We were coming back from Cedar Point. Long stretch. No gas stations. It was the middle of the night. It was just me and Autumn. Autumn was falling asleep. I was struggling to stay awake. And I was watching the gas tank go down. So we pull into the first gas station that I've seen for miles. And one other car is there also. I assume they also don't have gas.
Right, because that's why you pull into a gas station.
Mm-hmm. And the pumps are off.
Hopefully.
And, yeah. I just about cut them off to get out of this gas station. I got out of the car, checked the pumps are off. And then I gun it out of there because I'm afraid and I don't think I can defend myself and another person if this person attacks.
You're leaving Autumn for dead.
Yeah, well, that's why I got in the car so fast. I was like, we gotta go. Not taking any chances. And so we drive a couple more miles and hit the second gas station. And I get out, pumps are off. This car pulls in at the pump.
Same car?
Same car.
Yep.
At the pump adjacent to us. And I hear this noise that I think was coming from the highway. It was like a high-pitched screech that I think was like just a truck braking. It sounded like, you know, when trucks do that on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what it was probably, but in my mind it sounded like the Hans Zimmer Joker score from Dark Knight.
I don't know what that is.
It's like, it's like this high-pitched, eerie sound.
Just about.
Okay.
And this guy gets out of his car and starts walking towards me. And I'm like reaching for my knife. I'm like ready to go into defense position, you know? And he goes, pumps not working? I go, no. Everything around here is not turned on. He goes, I've been driving since Cedar Point trying to get gas. I was like, yeah, so have we. I guess we'll have to hit the next one. And he's probably 15 feet away from me in the darkness, standing under a street lamp.
So scary.
And Autumn's in the car asleep. I'm like looking her to see if she's like ready to hit the road. And I look at this dude. I'm like, something's up with this dude. Something's up. When I get back in the car, I go, Autumn, I think that guy only had one arm. And so we get back in the car, and we drive probably 5 more minutes to a gas station that's open.
Mm-hmm.
And this car pulls into a pump near us. And I'm like, Autumn, watch as he gets his gas. I think this dude only has one arm.
Okay.
And I get out of the car, and I'm pumping. Standing here. And I'm just looking at Autumn. And I'm looking at the guy. And he gets out of his car, and he only has one arm. Me and I'm looking at each other. We're like... And then we're laughing about this guy that only has one arm.
That's awful.
Not laughing at him, but like laughing with him.
It was scary. There was
Scary.
no one around. We've seen him at like 3 gas stations. So it's like,
It was probably 2 a.m.
It reminds me of, have you seen Adventures in Babysitting?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that either.
This is
The Disney Channel one?
both
The
of
decom?
them.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
No, but
It is a classic though.
they have to call a tow truck,
Sears
and they,
Tower.
I think
Sears
it's a
Tower.
tow truck, and they get in, and the guy only has one hand, and he like has a hook as his other hand.
Oh yeah.
And then he also like goes and he shoots up a house. Like it's a whole thing.
Huh. Yeah.
They're like freaked out by his hook.
It was like the hash slinging slasher.
Hash
He
slinging
pulls up.
slasher has both hands.
Yeah, but remember they thought he only had one hand because he had the hook.
Oh, because he has he
The
has a
hook, not the
spatula.
He's like scraping on the glass.
That's the show I watched in Germany. We turned on SpongeBob, and we could only, when we were in Germany, we could only listen to everything in German, and we don't speak German, so we turned on SpongeBob, and we're like, maybe it's an episode we know, and it was the hash slinging slasher.
It's a great episode.
Let me tell you, the hash slinging slasher in German, so much funnier.
And then we're watching this dude fill up his gas, right? And me and
I swore to
Autumn,
this.
me and Autumn are just like
seriously.
laughing because we were scared to death that this dude was gonna attack us, like he was a cartoon villain. And he gets back in his car and drives away and rips the gas pump out of the thing. And drives
It's
off.
just like the whole like pump nozzle, and then
whole
the whole
thing?
pump just like trailing after his car.
Because he forgot to grab it.
Oh my god.
It was the craziest thing. It was
That's
literally like a movie.
awful.
Anytime
literally
I
like a
tell the
horror
story,
movie.
no one believes me every time, and it's so scary because it's like
He just
Like,
whipped out and then
it's
forgot to
scary.
grab the pump and just ripped the thing out. I wonder how often it happens to him.
That's how often.
wonder
I'm
if he
sure
got
that was the
home
only time.
and he was just like, "What do I do?" Like,
You think he made it all the way home?
I don't know.
don't
Like,
know.
why would he have stopped at like 2 a.m. after coming from Cedar Point and getting gas?
There was a
Because
cop
he took
too.
the whole pump.
He might not have noticed.
I feel like you'd notice.
There was
Would it have
literally a
shredded
police
on the
station.
highway?
It would be fine, but it'd just be in there. He pulled past a cop too. I watched. Cop just watched him rip this thing out and then drive away. It was awesome.
Terrible.
I was telling the McCormicks about this story when we went to Cedar Point, and they didn't believe me. They were like, "No, he didn't have one arm." Like
So
everything about it.
funny.
They were like, "He didn't rip the
I
pump
wish you
out."
guys had like photo evidence of this.
I wish we did too.
I think my phone was dead.
Your phone was, and then I think my phone was almost dead.
Yeah. So we were like in a dire situation, running out of gas,
No gas.
Right. Navigating
All
home.
the
Battery.
all the power was out.
being hunted by a one-armed man.
Desperately trying to get home.
I really think you guys need to watch Adventures in Babysitting now. I think that's your next step in this bonding relationship.
Our next
The
step of
one-armed-
grief.
watch all one-armed man media.
Max, have you gone and seen the Barbie movie yet?
I did. I saw it one time.
Yeah.
And both of you were there.
Oh, at the drive-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the drive-in with my cousin, and Max and Autumn were already there. So
Yeah.
we went to the same drive-in movie, took pictures together, and then didn't sit together.
Right.
That is what happened.
That's what happened.
Go to Instagram to see those pictures. You can see those pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a Ken box.
I was in a Barbie box. It's Barbie and Ken.
Great times.
All right, what did you guys think about the Barbie movie?
Well, that was my second time seeing it, and I think it was Autumn's too.
Yeah.
Because we went and saw it in theaters. Also not together.
Yeah.
It was my number 1 time seeing it.
And what did you think? I want to hear your opinions on it.
Yeah.
That's so interesting that you want to hear my opinions. And I will express those opinions. The thing is that I'm afraid to express my opinions as a white male, or just as a male.
Yeah, I feel like...
Especially as a white male.
Okay.
Because although they're
matters.
pretty mediocre, I think everything I say is going to be taken very offensively.
Does this have anything to do with previous conversations that we've had?
I don't know. I've definitely said some things that I regret on this podcast. Definitely said some things in the earlier...
There's only one episode out.
Definitely said things that I regret saying. But I'm still going to post them because I feel as if I should be honest with the world
He's
about
going to be real and
how I
authentic
am.
with you.
I'm going to be authentic and say that I don't like when... Scratch that for the record.
No, the title of this episode is Mex is coming out.
As gay?
Just coming out.
Coming out as a what's the opposite? An anti-feminist?
An anti-feminist.
A manmanist? A malemanist?
Mm-hmm.
Coming out as a manmanist. Or a female. What is it?
Masculinity is the opposite of femininity.
I'm coming out as immaculate. Coming out as masculine.
You're coming out as immaculate?
I'm coming out as an immaculate.
Immaculate male.
Coming out as an immaculate male.
Anyway.
So, to be taken with a grain of salt, I will now express my opinions on the Barbie movie. Although I really wish you guys would go first because it would really soften the blow for me.
I think this is so much funnier.
Oh god, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. Okay, I thought the Barbie movie was pretty good.
It's like held at gunpoint, right?
He's like, he's shaking.
Okay, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was the best movie of the year.
It was.
Say you thought it was the best movie. It was the best movie. It was the best movie.
I swear.
Say you love women. Feminist.
That's not what I told you to say.
I'm gonna give it an honest. I'm gonna give it an honest opinion.
That's all we're asking for.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people are gonna say it's funnier. And my favorite part was Will Ferrell. Who's a man, who also I might get in trouble for saying my favorite part was Will Ferrell.
I don't think that's...
No, that's fine.
No.
When he said that the ghost had an office on the 17th floor, I thought that was hilarious.
Why?
He just casually, he's like, oh yeah, a ghost has an office.
When I tell you, I was so excited about that part, because I watched this in theaters. I went to the premiere, and the second she was on screen, I went, that's Ruth Handler. Because...
Yeah, I thought that as well.
I wrote my whole final paper on my advertising class about...
Did you really?
About Barbie, and like...
Did you read that book?
What book?
The Ruth Handler story.
No.
It was good. I read it in high school.
Never heard anything
as a
about
male.
her.
I just learned like the history of Barbie marketing. And so
I know all this. I read a book about it. I wrote it.
I studied
wrote
it for a month and I wrote my final paper on it in my
I wrote a
advertising
book
class.
about Barbie.
Yeah, she had breast cancer. I liked the book a lot.
Did you know that Barbie was based on a sex doll?
I did know that because it was in the book, but I think I blacked it out until you just said it.
Yeah, because Ruth Handler went to Germany and she saw these sex dolls for sale and she was like, why aren't kids playing with dolls that look like this? Why are all of their dolls babies?
I can give you a couple reasons why they're not playing with dolls that look like this.
Right? And then she made Barbie and then
Ruth,
she...
you dirty dog.
She named it after her daughter, but it wasn't based on her daughter at all.
That is so crazy.
She wanted to give her daughter someone to look up to, and that is the doll she chose.
I like the book better than the movie, I have to say. I like the book better than the movie. And I don't know if this is just because, I don't know, I'm a male. Possibly this could be it. But I think the book, although it was also like a historical biography, was also a love story between her and her husband. Mm-hmm. And I think Barbie was anti-love story. I think is the point of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for saying that I wish it was a love story.
No, I wanted Barbie to be in love with Ken too, but it just didn't
Yeah,
make
we all
sense
do.
because yeah.
Yes, that's my main goal. That's my one goal as a man.
Find Barbie.
I saw people complaining about the Barbie movie, and I texted Autumn about this the other day. But people were complaining that it was anti-biblical for Barbie not to be in love with Ken.
Oh, that's too far. I think that's too far.
I completely agree. They were like, Ken was so in love with Barbie, and
would never
Barbie
say
wasn't in love with Ken. And they were like blaming.
I would never say that out loud. That's a crazy statement.
No, I liked that Barbie wasn't in love with Ken. I am a sucker for love stories.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish there was a separate love story somewhere else in it, but I was glad
was
that
kinda
Barbie
like the
didn't
two-
choose Ken in the end.
Mm.
It was kind of like the two other Barbies though, because he was like, "I just miss my friend
He
Barbie."
goes, I just miss my friend. And she's like right there.
I
loved
know,
that.
like that was like the mini like love
Mhm.
story that they gave us.
I wish there was some like random guy in the real world.
Yeah. Then it would just be like friggin' the Disney movie. What is that movie?
I don't know what you're
I want to say
talking about at all.
Tangled, but it's not Tangled. It's
That's Rapunzel.
Enchanted.
I haven't
Oh
seen
that. That's called?
yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Enchanted. Do you know what that is?
I know what it is, but I haven't seen
She
Amy
lives
Adams?
in like a cartoon fairy tale world, and then she goes to the real world, and she falls in love with some dad and his kid, and then she just marries him, and that's
Oh.
Enchanted. Now there's a new
Yeah.
movie called Disenchanted.
It sucked. Did
Really?
you watch it?
I
It was
did watch
horrible.
it. I thought it definitely wasn't a great movie, but it was decent. It was the
It was
equivalent of
very bad.
Enchanted. I
I
felt
thought
quality
Enchanted was
wise.
fun. I thought this one was way worse.
Enchanted was fun, but I feel like quality wise, it was the same.
Yeah. There's just no story. The story was
The
terrible.
plot wasn't great.
Mm.
I liked the daughter had grown up a little bit, but the
Yeah,
villain
I
wasn't
remember
very
her,
good.
I also thought the villain was bad, which sucks because I really like her.
Mhm.
Can't remember her name.
Yeah,
She's
no.
on SNL.
But I agree.
She's great, but yeah, that was a bad movie. 2
A
out
lot
of
of
10.
this
No, 1 out of 10.
podcast is just movie reviews.
Yeah. This is gonna be titled Disenchanted Review. We only talk about it for like 1 minute.
I just mean our podcast as a whole. We talk about movies a lot.
Yeah, well, I like movies.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna inevitably I'm gonna talk about it a lot.
Yeah. And I'm an advertising major, so I just like to talk about the way things are marketed.
Back to Barbie. Going back to Barbie.
Back to Barbie.
Yeah.
It was like 15 minutes too long. I know it's a nitpick, but it dragged a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, at the end, kind of.
Yeah.
I kind
No,
of get that, yeah.
disagree. Loved the ending.
I like the ending when she was like, "Take my hand," and then they had like the whole like thing with her and Ruth. But then like we didn't really need to see like the ending part of like her going to the real world. Like
Yes, we did. And this is why. The whole movie, she talks about how she doesn't have a vagina. And then at
Right.
the end, she turns human and she goes to a gynecologist, which is her telling you she actually didn't just go to the real world, she became a human.
yeah, but
Yeah. I get that. And that's what separates humans from
Barbie.
from Barbies.
I mean, physically,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was the only thing that separated her from real people in the real world.
I also thought the music was fairly mid, except for that one Billie Eilish song.
The Billie
Yeah.
Eilish song was really good,
That was
Yeah.
really good.
which I was shocked by because I don't like Billie Eilish.
Oh, really? I like her. I like her music.
I really don't. But I liked that song a lot.
The ones that the boys sing was just way too long.
I'm just
How long was that?
That
It
was
like,
a long-
It
That
was like
a fun
7
song,
minutes.
Though. I like
Cut
that
it.
song.
Cut it down to 3. Cut it down to 2. It's not a musical.
It didn't need to be that long. But I really liked the first song.
What
The
song?
When I wake up in my own pink world.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a really good song. And it like was made so intentionally, which is why I liked it.
Yeah, I also like the song when she's like running out of Mattel and then she has to like dodge all of like the people that are trying to like capture her.
Every
Okay,
time
she's
I definitely
escaping.
fell asleep during that part. I was
saw
asleep for like
you were,
5
and you
minutes.
were like, "No, I'm awake."
That's so funny.
Both you and Isaac were like, "No, I was never asleep."
You would have really liked the part. Rosa wouldn't stop talking because I watched it with my cousin Rosa, and she wouldn't stop talking about how everybody ran like NPCs.
oh
Like,
yeah, that's funny.
including Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah. I get that the whole movie was a metaphor and that all the characters were like heightened versions of
Stereotypical.
the metaphor.
Right.
Yeah. But the only character I feel like I could connect with because of that was the Barbie. Everyone else I just thought was like there's nothing here for me to get invested.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the main character. Like Ken had a plot, but I don't care. Nothing made me care about him, really.
He said, I lost interest in patriarchy once I found out it wasn't all about the horses.
That was the best joke in the movie, I think.
No, my favorite, like, funny part was either that or when Barbie's like, can I be, like, your long-term, low-commitment girlfriend or whatever the whole title is, and then he goes, I need a second to think about this. He goes around the corner and he goes, sublime! That part was the best.
Yeah, because I was expecting him to yell something like, yes, or, like, something casually, sublime!
Also, this is probably the worst thing that I'm gonna say that I'll actually get heat for. But I thought the speech was terrible. The speech, I know. I thought it was a bad speech. I didn't think the stuff she was saying was wrong. I thought it was a poorly written speech.
Which time? She gave it like 12 different times.
I can kind of see that. Because I feel like I've heard it, like, I feel like I've heard versions of that, or, like, because it was basically just, like, this and this, like, two separate, like, things, and it was just, like...
Over and over. That was it. She's just like, hey, guys, black isn't black, it's black. Black isn't black, it's black. It's not.
Yeah.
It was just that, like, 20 times, and then everyone was like, yeah, she's right. So...
Yeah. No, I loved it.
I kind of get that. Like, it could have been, like, phrased differently, but it definitely, like, got the point across and, like, still had same end result, so.
Yeah. I know people will be mad at me for saying that, but I have to stand up for my gender.
I thought it was so good. It's not even about your gender. Don't even bring yourself into it.
This is about you, Ken.
Yeah. It's called Barbie. It's called the Barbie movie. It has nothing to do with you.
When Ken first saw a man doing this to his secretary, and he goes...
yeah.
We were really expecting him to do it to Barbie at some point.
I was sad that he didn't. I wanted to see that. Like, that would have been, like, the height of his villain arc. Like,
yeah.
Him doing this, even though he wanted Barbie's attention, like, the whole movie. Like,
right.
So
But no, I loved it
because... it was a horrible
because...
movie. I thought it was pretty good, but I definitely think that people are going to say that's better than it was.
Barbie was talking about, like, how hard it is to be Barbie. And Gloria was basically like, that's what being a woman is. And so it was, like... Barbie's first experience being a woman instead of a Barbie. I loved it.
Okay,
I loved the
agree.
speech.
I like how see, I just said agree, but I almost barely heard what you said. Guys, I agree with her. As a male, I agree with a woman.
I was completely disagreeing with him, and he said, yeah, I agree.
said, yeah, I agree. Moving on. I just disregarded what she said as a male.
And this is why we need the Barbie movie. I think you need to watch it again.
Max needs to watch it without falling asleep.
Yeah,
I could. Anderson's watched it 4 times in theaters.
I know. Well, 3 times in theaters and once at the drive-in. But
me thinks he might have an ulterior motive. I think he might have something. You don't see Barbie movie 4 times.
Anderson just likes movies, and he's going with like different people,
different girls.
That's the ulterior motive that I was talking about.
Who did he go with last night?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I stayed at that drive-in so late, and it started thunderstorming. We stayed until 2 a.m, and it started thunderstorming. Yeah. And instead of just getting in the car and driving away, I refused to leave because Rosa had never seen the end of Legally Blonde.
Oh.
So we put the cover over the bed of the truck.
I've only seen the end.
I actually haven't. I think I've only seen the end. I've seen like mid to end. I haven't actually seen it.
Because I always would watch it on TV.
Love Legally Blonde. I love it. One of my favorite movies.
Did you ever see Legally Blonde as plural?
No.
It was a Disney Channel remake. It was like a sequel, and it was probably terrible. It had the blonde girls from Zack and Cody.
I feel like I've seen like stuff for it, but I've never seen it. But Legally Blonde is one of my favorite movies.
There's a fly in here.
Oh.
I don't like that.
But you know Warner?
I don't like that.
In the movie? I'm going to completely disregard you
That's it right with me.
Warner Brothers?
No, not Warner. Sorry. No, Warner's her boyfriend. And then Emmett.
Are you talking about Barbie?
I'm talking about Legally Blonde.
Okay, I might
don't know any of the characters.
Is this Luke, Luke Wilson?
Yeah, no.
Is he in that?
Maybe. Owen Wilson's brother?
Yeah.
It might be him.
Oh, well, you were watching in the truck bed while you were getting stormed on. We were all in tent. Actually, you weren't in tent. I was in the tent.
No, I was downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, she was in house.
In a comfy
I
bed.
saw that in the group chat.
Like a city slicker.
Autumn said, well, at least we're in the basement.
No, that was great. Everyone was like, it's thundering and lightning on us right now, and like water's coming in our tent. She goes, well, good thing me and Autumn are in the basement.
Yeah, we went to Circle K and then I was in a tent. If you want to see where I was in real time when Delaney was drowning in the back of a truck bed, you can go watch the vlog. What is it? It's a summer bucket list vlog. I don't know. We just filmed it. I don't know what it's going to be called, but
Yeah.
summer bucket list. Synergy.
I'm really curious to see the timeline of how these line up with the vlogs.
Yeah, it's going to be all over the place. If I had to guess, it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, because we pre-record these things.
And we pre-record the vlogs. You see them like a
Right.
month after they happen, on a good day.
Anyway, what else we're doing tonight? We're going to watch, what is it, the 4th?
The
5th episode
of July.
of
Yeah.
The Summer I Turned Pretty, because that came out today, real time. I need to know, Max,
Yeah.
whose team are you on?
It's a Jeremiah or
Conrad.
Conrad.
Conquistador.
Connie.
Connor. Rad.
Connie.
That's so
Whose
bad.
team am I on?
Yeah. Like, which
That's-
one
that's-
Like,
do you
who
want
do you want
to
Belly to end up with?
Belly. The main girl.
Yep.
That's interesting. I'm taking that off.
Speaking of Belly, though, I'm going to do a little cutoff
Mother
here.
hacker.
Autumn's name is Autumn,
Night.
but we call her Tum Tum sometimes, but I recently started calling her Tummy, which is like, you
Tummy
know,
gummy,
a play on
like
Belly,
gummy bears.
and I just think it's really cute.
Yeah.
This is my little tummy.
This is my summer.
This is my little tummy.
This is my little tummy. This is also my little tummy.
Oh, tumbler.
My Tumblr.
Little tumbler.
No, it's tummy.
Tumbly.
Tummy Tums. You know when Steven calls her Belly Bells?
Yeah.
Tummy Tums.
Yeah, nicknames are usually terrible. I would say 9 out of 10 times they're terrible. And this
Max
is one of
Hom.
those
You-
instances.
Your whole name is a nickname.
And that's why I would say 9 out of 10. If it's short, like if your name's Jonathan and you go by John, that's the 1 out of 10 times that nicknames are good.
Max Xavier.
And that's my official name, my God-given birth name.
I think I
You're
called you
Julia
that one
Derek
time.
Gibbon.
I think I was either I called you that one time or like your name was on my phone or something. And Harrison goes, "Is that his real name?" Like he didn't know because I changed it from Max to Max Xavier. He goes, "Is that his name?" He didn't know.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm talking about you, I refer to your full name just because I think it's funny.
Yeah, it's
and
on my birth
every time people are like,
and my driver's license.
"Is that his real name?"
Yeah. If you ever see me like on a wanted poster or anything like that, that's the legal name.
Okay, good to know.
If I'm ever on an old timey wanted poster where they had to sketch every single one of them, and it's just like tan. It's like tan paper with black ink, and it's like a rudimentary drawing.
I'm just seeing Tangled.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, me too.
They'll just make you bald.
They don't get your nose right.
They'll just like for drawing his head. They won't put any effort. It'll just.
Just bald,
Just bald.
just like a smiley face, and someone's like, "Hey, that's him!"
I know him.
But that's not his nose.
Right.
Yeah. They always get his nose wrong.
It's like just a rudimentary circle and dots as my eyes, but then like a really like
Articulate nose.
yeah, very articulate. I don't
Anyway.
think that's the right word.
I don't know.
Articulate? That's not the right word.
No,
Very
it's
articulate.
Artistic.
Artistic.
Very
Yeah.
artistic. It's like SpongeBob when
We're moving on. We're moving
didn't
on.
say
We're not going to
anything.
talk about it.
it's like SpongeBob when
It's like SpongeBob.
he draws the
Mm-hmm.
yeah
He's
that
got-
episode
Yeah, the pencil.
yeah that one yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. Whose team are you on?
Conrad or
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah? I gotta say, probably Jeremiah. Just
You
based
can't
off
change a tire.
physically. What? A tire?
You can't change a tire.
Oh, a tire,
And
like
he
a
had a-
car.
and he
I
had
thought you
a
meant like his
breakdown.
clothes.
I was like, what is she talking
He can't change his
about?
clothes. He's like a cartoon character.
He can't change a tire. And he had a breakdown when he tried.
But it's fine
That's 'cause
because
he's
Belly
rich.
can.
Because he's a rich boy with
Yeah,
no
it's
dad.
true.
He
Yeah,
never
that's why.
Do
got
we think
taught
Connor
how to-
could?
Conrad.
Connor? Hold on, we're gonna run that
Conrad.
back.
Conrad.
Connor's on his way. Do we
Uh-oh.
think that Conrad could?
Rudimentary slipping. or something.
Anyway, I don't think either of them could.
I think Conrad could just because he's the oldest, and so his dad like taught him everything
Oh,
that
that's
he wanted
true.
him to know, and then he like didn't care about Jeremiah. So
Poor Jerry.
Rip.
So you're saying Jeremiah?
Yeah, but I don't like the show. think it's a terrible show.
But he'll watch every episode with us.
I watch it because I'm entertained by it, because I don't like it. I think it's bad. I think it's really bad.
The real reason
I'm
Max...
gonna piss women off this whole episode.
The real reason Max watches this show is because he has the worst FOMO ever, and we talk about it all the time, and so he has to know what's going on.
Even though it's literally just like 5 girls that watch it and Connor.
Here's the thing. I think that...
We need to get Connor on the episode.
I think that any male who likes the show is lying. I think they have, much like Anderson seen the Barbie movie, I think they have an ulterior motive. I think, I'll say again, any straight male that says they like the show.
Are we calling Connor not straight?
I'm saying it's either he has ulterior motives or
he's gay.
It's the only 2 options.
Connor and Tyler do hang out a lot.
No male likes this summer I turned pretty unless they have, ulterior motives, is my theory.
It's a great show, though.
It's so good. And I highly recommend that all of you go watch it, whether you are male or female, and then comment down below if you liked it.
Females, comment if you like the show. Males, comment if it's so bad that you liked it. Because that's me. I think it's an awful show. I think the character motivation is terrible. I think the plotline's terrible. I don't like books.
What other shows have we made you watch? Never Have I Ever?
I love Never Have I.
I
love
that.
Never Have I Ever?
Jeez Louise, dude.
Last time we
Never
watched Never Have I Ever together, we also played Never Have I Ever together.
And I don't like that game. I like the show. I don't like the game.
Only time I think I've ever played that game. It was so weird.
So.
Oh, we made him watch all of the To All the Boys I've Loved Before movies.
No, I didn't watch those.
You didn't watch those with us in the basement? I'm pretty sure you did.
Because that's the other series that the author of the Summer Turbo.
Yeah, Jenny Han.
No, I don't think I saw those.
Oh,
probably wouldn't like them.
You watched Kissing Booth?
I watched Kissing Booth. I didn't like it.
That's the one that he watched.
I didn't like Kissing Booth either.
No,
those ones are awful.
She was like too whiny and she was really cringy. And
okay, I don't like Beezus. I don't like that show. The movie Never Have I Beezus. What is that show?
It's called Ramona and Beezus.
I don't like it. I've never seen it.
I loved that movie.
Well, I've never seen it, but also I wouldn't
up
like
on
it.
that movie.
I have not seen that.
It's got that Taylor Swift song.
I like Selena Gomez.
Hold on. What's the one she sings? The Running Away song.
Running Away song?
No.
What do you mean?
Ramona runs away in the movie, and it's the song that plays.
Do you know like any of the lyrics? Or...
I just need a second.
Okay.
What,
Trying to find a place in this world. I figured it out. And now every time I hear that song, I just picture myself packing a bag and running away.
Did you guys ever try to run away as kids? Or did you have a plan? If you ever had to?
I didn't want to...
Bug out bag?
A bug out bag? I didn't have a bug out bag, but there was one time, it was like Easter, and I didn't want to be at my Grammy's anymore, apparently. And so I grabbed all my stuff, and I started walking down the street on the sidewalk. And my mom, she said that she felt like that she was gonna have someone like call the cops on her because she looked like she was trying to pick up a kid, because I was walking on the sidewalk and she was like, get in the van, and she was like driving next to me because she was gonna take me back to my Grammy's house. And so like for an outside watcher, that looks pretty bad. But
yeah,
I don't think I ever tried to run away.
My dad almost got arrested for kidnapping one time for picking up my sister from school.
That's funny.
Because she called him and said, pick me up from school, so he did.
Yeah.
But her dad was supposed to pick her up from school that day, and so he called the cops, and my dad had to go. Almost got arrested.
Did they fight?
Huh? No.
The dads?
My dad was like, I don't know.
Off?
She told me to pick her up, so I picked her up. Like, my sister didn't want to go to her dad's that day, but she didn't tell my dad that she was supposed to go to her dad's that day.
Wow.
Did you have a bug out bag?
So.
Did I have a bug out bag?
Yeah. You brought it up.
I had a Spy Kids manual that taught you how to be a spy.
That has nothing to do.
No, I did. It taught you real world application how to be a spy kid.
Application.
Real world application.
If you had the backing of a government funded child soldier program. Right. So the manual maybe was useless without the gadgets. The only thing I could afford was a rubber band. There's like 10,000 uses or something like that for a rubber band.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know any of them? What
bracelet. Are they? Snap someone.
Can you name more than... Can you name 10?
Okay, you can, jars. You can close jars if they have plastic on them.
Okay.
Frick. You know what? Let me think. You can sling them at people. And sling them at people. You can hold stuff together. Doors.
You could hold doors together with them?
Yeah, like handles. Okay. Doors.
only 2 doors that are directly next to it. Like,
Yeah.
It's a fashion statement. You can tie your hair together. You can rubber band. Yeah, I can't think of any more. I know there is that many because I say that in Spy Kids, but I
Do
can't.
you say that in Spy Kids?
Yeah, no, the Cortezes and
you had his name right.
uncle, Judy Cortez, and Machete kills.
Machete.
He's like, this is it. I'm not gonna try.
What's the girl's name in the movie?
Carmen.
Carmen. Alexa
Yeah,
Penavega.
yeah, she's married to Carlos from Big Time
Penavega.
Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not crazy.
I love them. They have the
Which one's hand
cutest
did you hold?
kids.
I touched Logan the other day, but I've
Oh my gosh. Don't just say that.
no, but we did. We touched hands.
He said, I touched Logan the other day.
I think you guys are making this worse. But I've physically touched all of them. Throw up the throw up the photo. Throw up the photo. It's not weird. It's not weird. Throw up the photo.
You're making it weird.
You could say
No.
I held hands with Logan.
What it wasn't a hold. It was more like a
I high
a
fived
brushing.
him.
I brushed Logan the other day.
I only want to meet
Logan
Carlos.
called me back.
For Max's sake, please.
For my sanity, please DM me back.
We should get them on the pod.
Yeah, but can we fit 4 people in the middle?
We can get a bigger room.
Yeah, I guess we might.
I guess they could all fit on
We're
the.
gonna have to squeeze you.
They can all fit on the couch, and we can just fit on the armrests.
Or on the floor.
You can touch all the members of Big Time Rush again if you also have
We
the
can
same
lay
couch.
across them on the couch.
You
So
can
what was
see
it like
just
being on
your
Big
head
Time
right
Rush?
now.
Is it like being married to a Spy Kid?
That's all we ask. We only ask about Alexa Penavega.
Yeah. My dream. Oh, I'd love to get them on. Any Spy Kids, any Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Those are the dream guests.
Junie and Megan Trainor
Yeah.
and their kid,
Just have their kid on.
Riley.
What about Conrad and Jeremiah? You could have them on.
And what say? Well,
We're not as close to them as we are to Big Time
no, not as
Rush.
close to them. We really don't have an in.
We haven't touched any of
I
them.
haven't touched either of them physically. Honestly, they haven't touched me mentally. or
Whoa,
emotionally.
whoa. Can't agree with that.
All right. Well, to each their own, I guess.
We've really gotten far off of our
Yeah, we have.
conversation about whose team we're on.
Okay, Delaney, what
Why
team
is
are
it
you
your
on?
one?
Oh, I've got so many opinions on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's start off with
Let's talk about that.
I am Team Steven and Taylor.
Oh, I like Taylor. I like Taylor.
I whole first season hated Taylor. I would have been perfectly fine if Taylor was not in the
I
show.
loved her. I would be okay if every other character was in the show. I'm Team
I-
Taylor. I'm changing my option. I'm not Jeremiah. I'm Team Taylor.
I hated Taylor. This season though,
Yeah, last season she sucked.
she sucked. And first episode she sucked.
Yeah, especially the part where she was like getting mad at Belly for just like wanting to be at her own summer house. Like,
Shut up. Literally shut up. Everything
Literally
Taylor
shut your
says.
mouth. Literally shut your mouth.
literally get off the pod right now.
Okay, this is me and Autumn's podcast now.
I won't say any words for the rest of the episode.
Okay, so
Because he's a male.
no, like, he said I'm a man with no power. Does that make me a woman?
Oh my god.
I didn't say that.
No, in the Barbie movie.
I thought you were putting words in my mouth.
I didn't say that, bro. But it's about to get canceled.
No, the one guy in the Barbie movie who doesn't have a title. He goes, "I'm a man with no power."
What was
Does
his
that
name?
make me a woman? He
Like
didn't have-
Aaron or something.
Oh yeah,
That's a funny line. Not true though. Just covering my bases. That's a bad line. That's bad. That's mean.
You could say it was a funny line.
It was really funny.
It was humorous, if you
That
will.
was humorous. I thought. Can I say something about the Barbie movie?
Sure, let's just keep
Sure.
bouncing.
Yeah.
I thought
This
it was
episode's
funny.
the ADHD episode.
I thought it was funny, but not like. I thought it was more like, oh, that was funny, or like, that was a good joke. That was a smart joke. I thought it was smart funny. I don't think it was like ha 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 ha.
I agree. I mean, first time I watched it, I think I smiled through the whole thing. Like
The Joker.
I can't make the Joker smile. Stop, Max.
She's taking a drink.
Oh my gosh, there was this one year that I went to the fair.
We told Autumn she couldn't breathe into the mic. You can't slurp into the mic.
There was this one year that I went to the fair, and there was this like dude or whatever. He would like barely talk. One of the people that was like operating the rides, and he had the Joker smile tattooed on his hand. And so when we were like, when he was put us or like around the ride, it was like one of the little kid rides. He would do this, and like watch us on the ride. It was creepy.
It's funny. Yeah, carnies are crazy.
Carnies.
They're days away from being in prison.
Are you guys excited for Fair Week?
I don't like the fair. I don't go really.
I don't know. When is the fair parade?
This Sunday.
Probably not.
I have to be in it.
So future Miss Monroe.
No.
What place?
Probably
How many
by the
people-
time this comes out, it'll be Miss Monroe Week or after Miss Monroe Week, so we'll know.
Yeah.
But
How many people are in the running?
10 people are
10.
running.
And where do you think you'll be? 10. It's a legacy thing. Who votes? Is it just like?
We have a set of
Matt?
judges.
Is it just
My
three
my uncle was asked to be a judge this year, and he said no. But
Because of
Because he would vote you.
because of the
conflict of interest.
thing. Conflict of interest. I was gonna say. Patriotism. What is it called when you have
I can't believe you just said that.
family things, male, or I mean
What?
father figure.
Anyways.
No,
Oh.
I really no. Don't anyways that. I want to know where this was
I'm
going.
scared. What is he gonna say?
What is it called when you have father figures?
No, hold on.
What?
That's what he just
That is
said.
a crazy thing
What
to
is
say.
it called when you have mother fricker? This is like what I had.
Like, what are you even talking about?
Like when you're in business and someone hires you, but they hire you because you're related to them.
Oh, nepotism.
Nepotism. I was gonna say like.
No, they asked him.
Nepotism.
They asked him to be a judge before
Manipulation.
I decided to be a contestant. And
It's
he said no.
manipulation, not women manipulation.
What did that have to do with this conversation?
Anyways, Delaney, what team are you on? You're on Team Steven and Taylor. Let's hear about that.
I'm on team, Steven and Taylor. Except all of last season, I would say I was team Jeremiah. Maybe I shouldn't say this on the pod. Should I?
Why
Should I just go for it?
Shouldn't
Say
you
whatever
say
you
what on
want.
the pod?
I obviously I've said some whatever I want. So.
Well, it's
So you
just
can-
it's a very personal statement, but I'm just gonna go for it because
Okay.
we're gonna be real. All of last season, I was very much team Jeremiah, and I've said this to Autumn before. I think post breakup me is team Conrad, and all of this season I've loved Conrad, and I know that it's Jeremiah's season, but I love
I
Conrad.
didn't have a boyfriend season 1, so Team Conrad.
Yeah, neither did I. And maybe that's why I can't relate to the characters at all. I guess.
Because you can't have a boyfriend. Well, I mean, you can.
Jeremiah
can't.
could, but I don't want one. A girl though, maybe.
He's looking for his belly.
That's why he's Team Taylor.
Where it is it? Where did it go?
No, he wants a Taylor.
Yeah. That's why he's Team Taylor. 'cause he
True,
wants to
true. That's up Team Taylor.
But I love Steven. I think Steven's my favorite character this season.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, everything he does. I'm
That's
just
the
like-
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he hugs her after the breakup, when he brings her a pie, when he calls her belly bells, when he comes out in his pajamas.
I come out in my pajamas.
Yeah, Max.
I'm Tyler? Or wait, what's his name?
I have a photo I want you to
Steven?
throw in there.
I'm Steven? Steven Tyler?
I have a photo I want you to throw in there of we were hanging out with you in your.
Oh, on the skateboard?
Yeah.
I love that picture.
The panorama.
Let's tell that story. Okay. I showed up to Green Lake. Green Lake's this place we go in Wisconsin. We've talked about it before.
Go watch the vlogs.
Go watch that and also go listen to the podcast with Jillian and Amy and they'll tell you about it.
Oh, yeah.
Once from Iowa.
I had shown up.
Or no, Minnesota.
What time did I get there? Like midnight almost. And,
Yeah.
And everybody
late.
kind of just got there and went to bed. But Max and Autumn and Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Jacob.
It
We
was
all
such a
stayed
funny
up.
group.
And we stayed up until like 4 a.m, just
Yeah.
hanging out. And I had just driven for like 8 hours.
By herself?
Not, well, with Alec.
Yeah.
Me and Alec had driven, and he
Yeah.
drove, and I was just stayed up talking to him. Which also, a whole 8 hours with Alec. That was a time. It's the only time I've ever been
We
alone
gotta
with
have
him.
Alec on.
We do have to get Alec on. But I had driven for 8 hours. We stayed up all night. All of us wanted to go to bed. But none of us wanted to be the one to say we wanted to go to bed, so we just stayed up all night. There's clips of Jacob licking a skateboard, Autumn and I making out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's great times.
But yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have crippling FOMO. I won't go to bed. I almost didn't sleep this whole last year. I was in the living room almost by myself most of the time, except sometimes I was in there with Joy and Ruben.
That's awkward. That's so
It
awkward.
was a little awkward.
Have
It was
fun.
definitely a little awkward. Yeah.
But the FOMO, he couldn't miss out on
Joy and Ruben.
Joy and
I'm
Ruben.
the ultimate third wheel. I was about to say I'm the ultimate third wheel.
Okay.
Guys, if you're ever going on a date and you're need a little something to spice things up, and this isn't, just let me third wheel.
He doesn't want to be a third. He doesn't want to be in your throuple. He just wants to be on the date.
I will break you down. I will point out the problems in your relationship. By the end of the night, it'll just be me and someone else, and I have no personal preference as to who I end up with. It'll be me and one other person.
Yeah, if you're sitting in the booth, he'll pull up a chair.
Yep.
So, Max, since you being a single girl, why don't you like Conrad?
Single girl.
Yeah, since you're a
Well,
single
we're
girl.
saying Conrad's for the single girls.
Oh. I just think he's. Sorry, there's a fly. I get it.
That's a different hat.
Yeah, I'm changing hats.
Do we have an ad read?
Do we have an ad read? Not necessarily. But if you guys remember, sorry, were you saying something that you want to say? Okay.
No, we're fine.
Guys, you remember in the first episode when I talked about Folia Health, when I was like, I rated them as a 1 star, and then they were like, hey, what the heck? Why'd you rate it as a 1 star? And I was like, I made a mistake.
I remember that. I just watched the podcast today.
They sent me a hat. Can you believe that? Can you believe I didn't burn the bridge by rating them 1 star?
Yeah. Autumn, do you know what he's talking about? Because you haven't seen the podcast. That's rough. It's really sad for you.
I hate to rehash, but basically the footnote version of it is I rated the app a 1, and they're like, what the heck? And then I'm like, I'm so sorry. I rated it 1 because they asked me would I recommend it, and I'm like, no. No.
Because he thought that meant would you just recommend it to any random guy on the street.
Yeah, I was like, no, it would never come up casually in conversation. Like, when would I ever segue into talking about this app? And then they were like,
They emailed him and asked him why he wouldn't recommend it.
I was like, I'm so sorry. And then they're like, here's a hat, and they sent me the hat, and I'm like, hey, pretty good hat, pretty good app. I use the app all the time, guys. If you have any reason to track your health in the easiest way possible, go download the Folia Health app.
Put the promo code here.
The promo code. Put the promo code above me. That's my full birth legal name. Click in that name in full caps lock.
What camera are you trying to get into right
I don't
now?
know what'll
Because
happen.
this one turned off.
Because it's a free app.
Look at that one.
I don't know what's going to happen if you put this promo code in. Because to my knowledge, you're not buying anything.
You're buying your health.
Or maybe I just got it for free. I don't know. It's a free
maybe
app.
if you want to track Max's health with him.
If you want to track my health in the
track
easiest
Max's
way
health.
possible, put in my promo code. I literally don't know what it's
With
going
his
to do.
full legal name.
It must be
Honestly,
for
guys,
merch. You must get a
do it.
discount on merch.
Do it and just let us know what
On
it
Max
does.
merch, not their merch.
I don't know what's going to happen. Guys, yeah, please use it and tell me what happens because I have no idea. Bella from Folia. Hi, Bella.
Hey, Bella, if you're watching this, could you let us know what the promo code does?
Bella, put the promo code in and tell me what it does.
Do we have anything else we have to say? I kind of want to go watch the 5th episode.
Me too.
5th episode of I Think You Should Turn Pretty. What is it called?
The summer I turned pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I think you should turn pretty.
I'm getting flamed in the comments in this episode. I should take this hat off.
Put your wife of the party back on.
Okay, where's my
my
feminism hat? Here we go. Wife of the
Feminism
party.
hat. He refuses to take the tag off of. He wants you
'Cause I
to
wanna
know
return
that
it.
it was $3.
He's gonna return it, actually.
I grabbed
Secretly.
this
He
at
can't
Target.
return it. He bought it so long ago.
I grabbed this from Target like months ago, and I just saw it on the shelf, and I immediately put it on and wore it through the whole store, and no one ever said anything. And then I did buy it. But if you wear a hat, no one's gonna think you're stealing it. So I very well could have just walked out, even with the tag on. Stealing is wrong, but I could have. But
he didn't. He did purchase the hat legally.
Yeah. This is a hat. Life hack. This is a life hat hack. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and they put us in the waiting area. And I reached under the waiting area and found an employee hat. And I'm like, hey, this is where they keep the new employee hats. And I threw it on my head, and I wore it the entire time I was at the restaurant. And then I walked out with it on my head.
Do you still have the hat?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because, like, who's going to be like, hey, are you stealing that?
Are you a new employee?
Like, no, I just really like Buffalo Wild Wings, but...
I'm a big fan.
Come for me, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Next episode, we'll get some Buffalo Wild Wings employees on.
Next time, we're going to get Mr. Buffalo Wild Wing.
Himself.
Buffalo Wild
Guys,
Wings.
let us know who you want to see on the pod. We'll figure out a way to get him here.
Yeah, let us know your craziest guest. Someone gettable. Crazy, but gettable.
Get him.
Who do you want to see?
Guys, go ahead and give this a fat like. And we're going to be on Spotify and
fat.
Apple. Go give us a pretty big like.
It could be a small one. Give us a little small like.
Or give us a small like. And then rate. Please rate. That's the biggest thing. Go rate on Spotify. And are we on there? I don't know.
We should be by now.
Join us next week where we're going to have me, Max, and
Delaney.
And a guest.
Not Autumn.
Not me.
We'll see who it is.
And don't forget
to have fun.
To have fun.
Hopefully.
Wait, before we go, give your best Minecraft impression.
I don't even play Minecraft. Do the mining sound.
That's picking up items.
That's so good. That's so good.
That's XP.
I'm cutting it off here. I was gonna say it in Spanish, but I don't remember, so don't forget to have fun.
El noti divertide.
No olvidartites.
El noti divertide.
Do you know it?
Why are you asking me that?
This is the longest outro.
I don't know because I can't figure it out.
Why are you asking her that, Delaney?
You speak a little bit of Spanish.
You're in deep water now.
No.
Not just me. It's you.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna run this back. We're not done. Because you know what we're gonna talk about?
Outro.
You know what we're gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about how the other night we had a PowerPoint night, and you can go into
Watch it in
vlogs. You can go watch that in the vlogs. But me and Max made a podcast or made a PowerPoint about all of our friends as different Disney characters. And Max made Autumn Pocahontas, and you tell me that that's not racist.
Okay, well there's a story behind it though. I was in Green Lake.
There's a story behind it.
There's a story. Yeah.
Okay, well I was at Green Lake.
She goes, yeah, he just came up with that by himself.
No, he doesn't know the story. Well, he kind of does.
Out there. Ish.
Yeah. I came back to the cabin and I told him about it. But we were at Green Lake and I was in youth group and it was like towards the end, so we were all just like hanging out. We were about to leave. And this dude, one of the youth leaders, comes up to me, this really old dude. And, well, not really old. He's probably, no, he was like in his 60s. He was one of the older dudes. I'm like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So this dude comes up to me and then he's like, he starts off by... like, can I pray for you, obviously? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. And then so we stepped aside, like away from the people that I was talking to, and he starts off with the opening line. Have you ever watched the movie Pocahontas?
Red flag? Yellow flag?
Tell them what they said to your brother.
It's really interesting. Oh, and then one of the night services.
This is on the vlog also, by the way, but...
Yeah,
it's also on the vlog. One of the night services, someone was going to pray for Anderson, and they told him that they're like, I just feel like you're going to be freed from the streets. So that was wild.
He doesn't live in the streets. He's never been to the streets.
He lives on a street.
He lives on a street. Say his
in
address.
A house.
He lives on...
No.
Don't forget to have fun.
Guys, I'm going to get flamed in the comments for all the anti-feminist things I said. Frick. What the frick? Hey guys, welcome back to the Have Fun podcast. Wait a second.
Let's hit that
It's been
intro.
like 30 or 25 minutes. It's been like 30 minutes.
We'll just throw it in the beginning.
Wait, what?
You just listened
to a HaveFun